All right, thanks for a lovely intro, Randy. And yeah, let's get this party started. So as Randy was saying, and I always like to start with this, your website really matters, and the website should be an extension, a manifestation of your business and your brand online. And you should try to do it if you have a storefront, if you have some kind of service, you should treat your website like that. It should be good and it should be good. Besides being good, it should be great, because if you have a good website, you engage your visitors. But if you have a great website, the great website will convert your visitors into customers, into clients, into a loyal following. A good website will showcase your products, your services, your skills, your expertise, your art. But if you have a great website, it will help you sell them, and it will help you grow your business online, which I think something that you all can relate to. A good website will increase your business visibility online, but a great website will grow your business credibility. And this is where the Facebook pages or having an Instagram profile just doesn't cut it. You really need a website with your own domain to be credible online and to be trustworthy to your customers. At last, a good website should be familiar to your audience, so it should be in tune with your brand, with your business, with your tone of voice, with what you do. But a great website, besides that, is also read by everyone, robots included. So a great website will be understood by search engines and will be help you grow online by ranking higher on Google or Bing or others. Now, on the session today, we will cover content organization and how you can optimize the content on your website to rank higher on Google and to grow your business and to have a greater website. We'll touch on 4 topics. First, the content organization of your website, how the content is structured, where you need to ensure that you have a good navigation structure, you have content that's split between multiple pages, and it is readable by the users, by your visitors, by the people that go to your website. Next, we'll talk a little bit about keywords, who are basically the main topics of your website. And I'll give you a quick tip on how to use them and reuse them to make sure they'll help SEO. Which is the follow-up topic, search engine optimization, which is essentially teaching search engines what your website is about and making them capable of creating the mesh of knowledge that will help your website to rank higher on Google. At last, a hot topic of the moment, AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, all of these new tools that make it really simple to generate great content for your website. You don't need to write lots of essays alone, you need to write thousands of words alone. We have all of these new tools at our disposal to make sure that we create great content. Now, let's get on to it. Content organization. You should optimize your website for visitors and for search engines. The content is king, always, but it needs to be properly organized. So you see here a don't on the left. It's a great website for a cybersecurity company. You can clearly see from navigating it that you have a lot of information, they have a lot of expertise, they have a lot of knowledge, but you do get lost when navigating through it, right? You have lots of buttons in there. You have different sections, you have videos, you have images, you have different structures of contents with header levels. You have text on images. All of this doesn't work, and that doesn't make it easier for your visitors to read. For anyone that wants to learn more about this business, to understand what it's about, you can clearly see that they know a lot, but it's hard to understand what it is about. Next, look at Stripe, which I consider to be the gold standard for content organization. Obviously, they are a large organization, but they properly structure everything in terms of products, the solutions, the resources for their customers and developers. So if you ever want to try to optimize the content on your website, give it a structure, take a look at Stripe and you'll see a very good example on how to do so. Some other tips: spread your content on multiple pages and sections within each page. You don't need to have a one-page website. Try to make sure that you have different sections, that the content is spread throughout multiple pages. About this, craftsmanship, skills, your expertise, you can spread it evenly across different pages. And on each page, use headers, you can use subheaders, make sure your text is properly structured. Use lists, and there's a reason why all these top 10 reasons why Barbie is a good mood movie, all these top 10 articles, all these listicles, that there's a reason why they're so famous and why they're so popular, because itemizing content, making sure there's a list with the bullet numbers, make it easier to read, and then it's much more interesting to your audience and to your customers. And then a big tip, this isn't Peace and War, this isn't Tolstoy, don't make it just text, just diversify, add quotes, add images, add videos. You see on the previous website, they have some memes. Just make sure that the content is rich and alive on your website. So it's much more easier to read and then much more trustworthy and entertaining to your visitors. Now, moving on to keyword optimization. And this is quite simple. Keywords should be relevant to your business and to the context that you want to provide. A keyword is nothing more than just a word that describes something about your business, or multiple keywords that describe something about your business. So make sure that if you're selling a product, a service, make sure that you use something that's relatable and that is easy to understand. These keywords will also be linked to your page when a search engine indexes it. So if you want to be, if you're selling Barbie dolls, just talk about Barbie dolls and clothes and that kind of stuff. Don't write about Tesla cars, right? So make sure that you have proper context, that you have proper content on your website, that they're used throughout the website. So use keywords on URLs, use keywords on headers, on those listicles. Make sure that these target keywords that you pick for a business to represent what you want to do, what you want to promote online, are spread across your website. Next, SEO. Let's go for the SEO 101. So what is search engine optimization? Basically, this is like having a digital salesperson that works with you with your website 24/7. So using these small techniques and small changes to your website, you can make sure that it's more visible to search engine, that it drives organic traffic, and then can bring more people and more visitors to your website. This is cost effective, and it's very simple to make it easy to promote your brand. So you can bring your products, your services, your knowledge, your skills, your art, bring them online to your visitors without any big effort. And this is rocket science. This is really simple. It's just a small set of good practices that you should follow. And again, this can set the difference between having a good website that brings people there, you don't know where they come from, to having a great website that generates more visits, more conversions, and hopefully more revenue for your business or more interest in your work, which is kind of what we all want at the end of the day. So SEO works under two key ideas: relevance and authority. For relevance is assessing how close your website content matches what the users are searching for. So this is where having a good content structure, this is where using the right keywords jumps in. So if you use these things, it will be easier for Google or for Bing to understand what your website is about, that you're really selling what you're selling, that you're really promoting what you're promoting, and it will help you create this kind of mesh of content that is related to your website. And then the second bit is about authority, and it's about your website's credibility based on the external factors, namely the links to your website. So this is what we call off-page SEO, and it's all about backlinks. So you will build your authority and you will build your relevance with backlinks to your website, so links that go to your website. So this is like getting a vote of confidence from other websites in the same area, from other websites in the same business domain, from other websites, even if they are competitors to you that operate in the same sector. So this is like getting a thumbs up from other websites. And these are essential because they will come from authority websites, they'll come from your peers. And that's why you should join communities like Alignable or other communities for your kind of business, so that you can get that thumbs up from all of them to get your link there, so that you'll be promoted and then essentially help your SEO, help your business be trustworthy and relevant online. And this is particularly true if you have a Black-owned business, women-owned businesses, all these kinds of businesses, especially on niche groups. There are all kinds of associations and marketplaces where you can list your products and list your website. And the more relevant it is, the more backlinks you have, higher are the probabilities of you showing up as a search result when users search for you online. Next, we have the making the website accessible tip. And this is, if you're not aware, like if you're blind, if you have poor vision, you don't read a website like normal people. So you usually use a screen reader. So what happens when the screen reader that's basically reading the content website gets to an image? It doesn't know what to do. That's why you should always provide alternative text on the images and describe what's on the image. So in this case here, you can see that the good website describes the dog that's on each image. And you should do the same for all your products and your services. You should include the pricing, the names, the description of what's in each image, so that it makes it easier, not just for the blind audience that's using a screen reader to understand what's there, but also for the search engines to understand what's there. Google won't find out if you have an image of your beautiful pink dress, that it is a beautiful pink dress. You have to write it down. Pink dress costs X, made with cotton, 100% cotton, you know, handmade in New Jersey, whatever you want. So having these descriptions, having these things in the alt types of the images will also, again, enrich your content. If you use the keywords, even better, so that then you can, you know, build your page reputation and rank higher on Google. And then that's some small final tidbits here on what's important when you're showing up on Google. First up, pick a custom icon, your business logo or some other icon that's relevant to your business category. Just put it there so that you can easily, customers can easily identify your page on Google search results. The page title should be small, up to 60 characters, and the page description should be between 160 and 250 characters. This is the idea, and again, try to use those keywords on the website, trying to make it relevant for whoever is searching for your business. And then there's the backlinking and the cross-linking on the social networks, to your business website. Make sure that everything is connected to, again, build up and reach this, this mesh of content, of information that search engines have about your business. Sorry. On the right, pardon me. On the right, you can see the Google Business Profile. And in here, remember that Google Maps sometimes are outdated. So put an up-to-date picture of your storefront so that people going through Google Maps can easily identify your business. And you can see here in Maria's Baking Stories that she's not on that street, but she put a pink store of their in there, so every user can accurately and very quickly identify where that business is. Likewise, make sure that the service options, the address, phone number, and most importantly, business hours are up to date. There's nothing like going to a business, seeing that's open, and then you get there, but because it's some bank holiday, it's closed. So make sure you keep it updated, make sure that it's correct. Now, moving on to the most emergent topic, AI, artificial intelligence, and all these ChatGPT tools that you probably heard about one way or another. AI, for us, for how it can help you, is simply a tool for writing content. It's like having a robot writer or an intern on your team. Except instead of instructing your human writer about what to write about, you just give prompts, you give these instructions to the tool, telling them what kind of content you need. And this isn't magic. There's no magic trick here. It's not sentient. AI is being trained on a lot of models, a lot of text, a lot of data text with different writing styles to build a model that can basically, through machine learning, generate the output for you and generate good content for you to use. And although it's not perfect per se, it is a good starting point that you can add it to fit your brand's voice. So you can see here some tools. We have Jasper, Copy AI, ChatGPT, Google Bard, and there's plenty more if you search for it. Jasper is good because it's really simple to use. It will just generate, blog post ideas, content outlines. Copy AI is great to optimize your copy if you're like creating ads for Facebook or Google or Instagram or email campaigns. It's going to be great for that. ChatGPT is kind of the one that started all this revolution a few months back. And it's really versatile, and it works like a chatbot, so you can just talk with it, and it provides really great results. And Google Bard is very similar to ChatGPT, just with a Google brand. So how do these things work and what can you do for them? The idea is that this will give you inspiration and fresh ideas. So these will give you initial drafts. This will give you initial ideas, a rough draft that you can then optimize and edit to suit your brand. AI tools are trained on really huge data sets, on really huge learning models. So it can be good to expand your ideas and expand what is out there about a certain content. More importantly, it will reduce kind of the heavy lifting that you would have to do if you want to write for a new subject. So you can ask it to summarize a book. You can ask it to write a summary that a 5-year-old can understand about launching a rocket to the moon. And they will do this kind of deep understanding and learning what's there to generate this summary for you. So use it to your advantage and use it to expand what you know about, expand the content that you can use for your business website. Now, let's go over to some prompts and some advice for these prompts. And the prompts are really all that this is about. This is the key. And if you look for it, if you look online, there's now thousands of websites and businesses being built just on optimizing these prompts that you can use on these AI assistant tools. So you should be very specific. If you want to write a blog post or an article, just don't tell it, write an article on cloud computing. Be specific. Right, write an informative article, give it a size, 1,000 words for a beginning audience, provide the outline. You should include introduction and a conclusion, and then obviously mention the keywords that have to be included, and you should be really specific about what you want to be included there. Let's go through a few more of these. If you're writing a product description, just don't be generic. Don't say, write a description for a smartphone. No. Write the description for this specific smartphone that's for, for tech enthusiasts. Explain the features that the phone has. Explain what the target audience is. Explain the keywords. Explains kind of the buzzwords that you should use to describe this phone. And again, the AI tool will generate the content for you. For service descriptions, the same thing. Don't write about our car repair service. Like, please compose an engaging and informative description about our car repair service. This is all inclusive, include all kind of maintenance and repair. This is great for individuals, or it's great for businesses. It leverages the best tools. We work with electric vehicles and whatnot. Don't forget then to mention the keywords. So be very specific. And I know this can take some work into optimizing these prompts and thinking by yourself what you want to ask, but it will generate much better content than a generic thing about, just write about car repair service. Same thing for social media content. Just don't tell it, create a post for a new product. Do specific, do something more in line with what you want. Craft a compelling Instagram post featuring our new line of skincare products. And you want it to be authentic, inspiring, encourage our followers to get a more sustainable skincare routine. We can tell them, use these hashtags. You can tell them to do a call to action next. That's follow to a link to on our bio. So you can include all of these tidbits, and then the AI tool will generate the content for you. So yeah, this is important, and you can use it for you can use it for everything that you want: online advertisement, writing newsletters, for email campaigns, describing your business, telling your business story, just giving some prompts, giving some ideas of what was your business, why you decided to create a business in the first place, when you started it, and then ask it to write a story for you, to build a narrative for your business. But be specific, use the keywords that you need to use, tell them the instruction on what to write. Don't expect it to write everything for you and to generate super duper content with just that. And one final tip: when you do have the content, and if you already have a website, just give it the content that you have and assess it. Ask it to do an evaluation of your content. So the AI will create the content. You can review it, optimize it, update it to your tone of voice and to match your business and your brand and what you want to sell or publish or promote. And then you can then ask again one of these AI assistants to review that content, to make sure that the keywords that you want to highlight are there, make sure that the structure are there, that the headings or the listings are used. So it really helps you all over the place. Some final regards. yeah, don't forget about the human touch. And this is the main message. These tools, they're not perfect. They have learned from large data sets generate text that resembles human writing, but it's not human writing. It's not artificial generative intelligence. They're not creating anything. So you may require proofreading. You make sure that you read it and then you understand what's there before you publish. Next, this is an iterative process. I don't think it's very hard to get the results on the first try. And I tried because I went through this process in building content for websites in UENI, in generating content for my work as a product manager. So usually the first output is not what you wanted. So you can tweak the output and ask it time and time again, changing the prompts to get different results and to get more in line with what you want from it. And then at last, this is not going to be creative, right? Your creativity cannot be replaced. Your critical thinking cannot be replaced. So when the AI is writing something, don't forget that you still have to review it. You still have to give it that own personal touch. These tools will bring you speed, will bring you efficiency, will reduce the costs, and most especially the time in providing content, into writing great content. But you still have to combine that with your own creativity, with your own thinking, with your own ideas. Make sure that the outcome is really great. So, main takeaways before we jump onto the Q&A. As we said in the beginning, both Randy and I, your website is a manifestation of your business and your brand online. So respect that and be proud of what you put online. Be proud of your website. On the content side, make sure that your content, the pages, the sections, everything on our website is well organized and it's easy to read for your visitors. Don't forget to use keywords to provide context to the content you have online and repeat those keywords everywhere on the titles, on the URLs, on the headers in the middle of the text. Good SEO is a simple science and you can use it to your advantage. Just make sure that you have content that's well described, that you use the keywords, use the alt tags, and then you create a good network of backlinks so that everyone can understand that your website is trustworthy, credible, and relevant to your users. And then at last, AI tools. AI tools can help you a lot. They'll give you the first rough draft. They'll help you generate thousands and thousands of words of content in no time. But yeah, be careful. There's a lot of snake oil going around right now. So don't spend your money on several tools. Just stick to the basics, ask for content, and then improve it as you see fit before you publish. And yeah, leverage that to make sure that the website is more dynamic and more alive and updated regularly. And that's it. Don't forget to join the UENI community group. And I guess we'll go to Q&A now, right?
Yeah, and before you switch that slide, if people have a phone available, go ahead and click, scan that code, and you can get to the community and you join the community. Because also, Pedro, if you go to the next slide, and we'll come back to this slide, everybody also, you're going to be hosting a Q&A tomorrow. If we don't get to somebody's question, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So tomorrow, same time, we have kind of an open Q&A session. So everything that I didn't answer today, or if there's any specific topic that you guys want to learn more about or are interested in, yeah, just chime in and I'll happy to answer that.
Great. And I'm also, so leave that up for a second so people can scan that. And then once I start the Q&A, we'll go to the next, the code before this slide so that people can join the community. But I'm also going to share a link, everybody, in the chat. I'm getting some questions on how do I know if I have a great website, or can I take advantage of having UENI, you know, reaching out to them about creating a website. So I just put a link in the chat as well, so you can click that link. We've got a lot of questions, so I really appreciate that and everybody taking the time. Before I get to the questions, I just want to let everybody know, after the Q&A, hang out for another few minutes because Pedro is going to show us UENI's platform. So for all of those people that talked about or asked I don't have a website, or I need a website, or is my website good? Is it bad? He's going to show you what the platform can do for you. All right, so let's start with a question. Marjorie asks, how do you get AI?
That's an interesting question. So you don't get it, you don't buy it in a supermarket. So the best strategy, or the best thing to do, is go, I wouldn't say ChatGPT because it's the most accessible one. Go to chatgpt.openai.com or search ChatGPT on Google, sign up. They have a free tier that allows you to generate, I think, 5,000 words per hour or something like that. So it's really easy. Just ask it whatever you want, and it will answer it. It's like chatting with someone. You can even ask him to be Abraham Lincoln or Homer Simpson if you want, and then it will answer questions for you or generate any kind of text that you want.
Right, and there's a free version of ChatGPT, as well as a paid version, but I use the free all the time.
Yeah, use the free one unless you have very specific needs for lots of content and you want it to be faster than the seconds it takes.
Okay, Andrew's asking, how important is an SSL certification?
It's vital. I mean, it's something that should come up with, I don't know what hosting provider you have, but it's something that you should have. There's SSL certificates available for free now. I know a lot of people charge about that, but check in with your hosting, wherever you have your website, they should give you one. And it's really important because Google, for instance, Google Chrome, if you don't have an SSL, if you don't have the HTTPS on the website, it will basically show a warning that the website's not secure. So yeah, it's very important.
Somebody mentioned, did you say Stripe? And if you did, what is it?
Stripe is an online payments company that handles credit card payments. I just use it as kind of the gold standard in structuring content and organizing resources. So if you have a website with lots of resources that you have to showcase your skills or your expertise in a certain domain, just look at how they're doing it, because they do it beautifully. They mix all the stuff that I said, the listicles, the quotes, the images, the diagrams. They make sure that everything is really, really well distributed on their websites, very easy to read, very easy to understand. So just go there and copy their structure. That's kind of how I use Stripe. That's it.
Okay. And a few people were asking about backlinks. So can you better explain backlinks, the process of obtaining them, managing them? How do you get them?
Yeah, so it's not simple. So a backlink is basically someone on a website that's not yours linking to your website. So if you're in Alignable with your business, you probably put up a link to your business on your profile, on your Alignable profile, and that's going to be a backlink, right? If it's publicly available by Google, Google will see it as a signal to upvote your website, because look, this trustworthy source Alignable as a link for your website, so it means that your website should be it's real and it's credible. And the more websites you get that link to your website, the higher it will rank and the more trustworthy it will be. Now, getting backlinks isn't easy. Like you cannot. It's not like something that you can buy on Google. You have to join associations, join groups. If you have a blog, talk with other blogs. And then make sure that they backlink into your own website. So that's kind of how it works. Probably they will want, for instance, to backlink to yours, to your website. So you have to backlink their website on yours, and it's kind of how it works, how it builds this mesh. But I assume, especially in the US, you have all these business associations. For small businesses, maybe they're all local, they're all going to have a website that just lists the businesses there. So even that helps to make sure that if you're listed there and it's trustworthy, it's going to be good for you.
Right. And for example, Chamber of Commerce, Better Business Bureau, those are
Commerce.
all reputable.
Yeah, exactly.
With authority, backlinks.
Yeah.
And going back to Stripe, does Stripe charge a commission fee?
Yes, Stripe is a different business. They do it's for online payments, and they charge a commission fee. They're not cheap.
Okay.
But they're the best. So all links there.
Is putting a title on the image enough for a description?
a title. Maybe you mean an alt text on an image?
Yeah,
If-
I would think that
If it's
they're
the alt
probably
text, yeah, if it's that, then yes, then that's good enough, as long as it matches the content that wherever you put in an image, that's good enough. If you do it all over the website, then you're safe.
So just for clarity for everybody, so when you're saying alt text, if you're using a particular type of website, like a content management system, when you add an image, you have the ability to add alt text. Now, here's going to alt text or adding an image. What about just the file name? You're updating only the file name of that image. That's not enough, right?
That's not enough, because it's just a file name. The signal for it it's not as strong as the alternative text of the image. It's like if you can use keywords there, then good. It's like the URL for your About Us page, right? Just calling it About Us, right? It's kind of meaningless, right? But if you tell the story behind Alignable or something like that, then it's going to be much more trustworthy. But you cannot put the story behind Alignable on all the images that you have on Alignable, right? So if you can change it to something that's meaningful, the URL, that's good. But again, it's a weaker signal than putting up the alt text with a good description of what's in that image.
Okay, and a couple of people I asked, where do you put alt text for images? And that's within a platform.
Yeah, it's all depends on your content management system, on the website that you have. If you're on WordPress, Webflow, Wix, and whatnot, they will allow you to just, if you click an image, you could click edit. There's a field called alt, and that's basically where you write it down. If you have access to the website HTML directly, it's alt equals, and then between quotes you write whatever you want to put there, all the keywords you want to put. So it should be really simple these days.
Okay. So Sam is asking, what are keywords? Are they a set list that I pick from or established somewhere before using them on my website?
No, you should build that list for your business. So let's go to the example of a toy place that sells Barbie dolls, right? You want to pick up the keywords that are relevant to your business, to what you're trying to sell, to the services that you have. So you pick toys, dolls, Barbie, Ken, all that kind of stuff that's relevant to the context of your business itself. So there's no fixed list, right? And if you're selling something that's very specific, very niche, then it's like you go on Google and you search for it, and there's 1 million hits, right? And that's good, because it's easier to surface there. But if there's 2 billion hits, then it's harder to find. If you search for Barbie now, it's probably really hard to find today. But if you search for 50-year-old Barbie doll used in Ontario, Canada, then maybe if that's your business, maybe it will surface on Google. And being specific to your business and to the context of what you're doing, that's what's important. There's no fixed list. You can write whatever you want there.
Okay. Sandra's asking, is the use of Divi to build pages in a website in WordPress good or bad for online visibility? She dislikes it because she cannot do her own small edits unless I convert the page to a standard view, blog post included.
It's fine. WordPress is great, and Divi is a top-notch plugin. So if you're happy with that, if you can edit it, and if you can create the content for it, I'm sure that your website is doing fine. If you're already using Divi on WordPress, then you're already leaps ahead of a lot of other people. So I think you're in a good place. So my advice there is just make sure that whoever got that website to you teaches you on how to use it, teaches you how to publish new content, how to update the content that's on your website. I think that's the next key step. Make sure that every other week or every month you have something new to show.
But if they're not happy with WordPress, I see a couple of people.
In 10 minutes, you can learn about UENI and we'll get a website for it. That's
yeah.
all I can say.
A little easier to use than WordPress,
for sure.
Yeah, and I put a link in the chat, everybody, that there is an offer. So there's a special going on. I believe it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can give you a very good discount.
Excellent. And Murray's asking, should we use a Google profile with maps if we are a solo entrepreneur with a home-based business?
So if you already have that, keep it, because Google is changing their practices. So if you already have that, that's good. If it's verified and you can use it, then well, lucky you, because recently in June 1st, Google changed their practices. So to have a Google Business Profile verified, showing on a map, you really need to have an office hours and a place to receive people, to receive your customers. So in-person contact. So unless you have that for your business, then Google will not verify your business, and yeah, it's not going to show up on maps.
Right, but one thing on that, you can hide your home address and you can set service areas.
Yeah, you can send service. You can, if you had it verified until 2 months ago. Now they're changing their practices there and their rules. So yeah, that's about it. It's getting harder because they are promoting their maps business and are promoting real businesses that receive in-person communication to have them, and yeah, the process is tricky.
Okay, so Megan's asking, is there a rule of thumb for how much text content on a page and when you should subdivide into multiple pages, or is it really content dependent? New ideas go into new paragraphs or new pages?
I guess it depends a lot on what you're writing and talking about. I mean, it should be self-contained in the sense that you can tell the story that you want in a single page without boring your customers. I would say that 2,000 words would be already a lot to have on a page, and more than that, then I don't want to say no one's going to read it, but it becomes extensive. So if you have more than 2,000 words, 1,500 words around that bit, and if it's more than that, divide it and then put it in multiple pages, or try to organize it differently in terms of how you write it down, how you structure it to make it easier to read.
Okay, so I'm getting a couple questions, more than a couple, about UENI. So a couple things real quickly. Does the current UENI website build promotion in website build include SEO services? That's one question. Jordan's asking that. Does it include SEO on that?
We include basic SEO stuff on optimizing for the build once we do it. That's included on the website build. That's included on the launch plan. If you want regular optimizations to SEO and kind of more expert consultation, that's only included on our premium plans for Plus and Growth.
Okay, Juliet is vouching for you guys, saying you guys are the best.
Cool, thanks. Happy
to
have you guys here. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you just, if you want to go ahead, do the show everybody the features and benefits of UENI, and then if we have a few minutes, we could always take a few more questions as well. Everybody, make sure you look over at the chat because I've been adding links. So if you want to continue the conversation, which I hope you do, join UENI's community group on Alignable. Pedro is also providing a Q&A, open Q&A tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time. And I've put the link in the chat as well. And we'll pull up that slide afterwards, but everybody, you can scan the code, QR code, and register for that event. So if we didn't get to your questions, he's just going to have an open Q&A. You can ask questions as well. One last thing, JC is asking, do you provide service in Spanish as well?
We do. You can have your website built in Spanish. Yeah.
Super. I'm going to mute.
If you're from Spain, you can sign up with the Spanish pricing, or if you're in the US, you can get your website in Spanish for your Latin American audience.
Fabulous. I'm going to mute, turn off my camera, and let you take over for a few more minutes.
All right. So yeah, it's great to see that you guys have questions about UENI. So I'm going to go very quickly about us. So about our process, about our websites, domains and emails, our platform, and our plans. So how does it work? How do you get a website? So the first thing is you have to sign up and pick one of our plans, Launch, Plus, or Growth. And then when you pay, you're taken to the questionnaire. And this is our onboarding questionnaire where we collect information about your business and everything that we need to build a great website for your business. So we ask you about your Instagram profiles or social network profiles, if you have a previous website, your color preferences, your font preferences, your products, your services, anything that you can tell us that will help us build a great website for your business. It's covered on this questionnaire that we've been optimizing for a while now. Next, at the end of the questionnaire, you can schedule your video call, and this is going to be a launch and training call. So then we start building your website, and we take usually 7 days to do so. We're basically going to optimize it for your business, make sure we match all the requirements that you wanted. And then the magic happens on what we call the delivery call, the launch and training call. We connect with you through Zoom, and there's one of our website experts going to show you the website. It's going to see how it works. Going to see what we added there. You can make edits live at that time, or you have access to unlimited edits for 30 days. And basically, we take note on that call of what you need, and we'll do it until you're happy. We show you then how to use the platform, how to use the editor to add new content, add new products, new services, everything that you want to get online. UENI websites have been optimized over these last years to basically deliver all the content and the features that you need. So we built over 600,000 websites, and we focus on the key features that you need to have there, the call to actions for your bookings, the e-commerce stuff for shopping carts like inventory management, coupon codes, all the kind of stuff that you need to succeed online and to grow your business online is included on the UENI website. And this goes from the small stuff like having announcements better to having, inventory management or coupon codes or site-wide discounts that run on the holidays. Next, domains. And I wasn't lying when I was saying that domains make you credible. It's easy. It's much better to have your own domain, to your own business name associated with your business than it is to have any random domain. So all of our plans include a domain that you can select, and we will purchase and manage for you. And likewise, attached to it, you can create one email inbox for you, the admin, or whatever you want at UENI at yourdomain.com. Next, going through our platform, when you log in, you are taken to what we call the Business Hub, and this is kind of the central area of your business online. This is where you can access some of the tools. This is where you can keep track of your customers, of the bookings you receive, the sales you make, the messages you receive, where you can ask if you have a Google Business Profile, invite the customers to write a review, where you can check all the pro features, and obviously where you can get help and contact us through live chat to solve any problems that you have. Jumping into the editor, you can, it's the editor, you can edit your website. This is where you can change your template, the colors, the fonts, where you can add products, write blog posts, start a promotion, change anything that you like on the website. Anything that you see on your website can be edited with the editor. And again, if you have one of our premium plans, you can access the concierge service where we'll make these edits for you to make it even simpler. We recently revamped our plans offering. So now we have 3 plans: the website launch, plus, and growth. The website launch plan is $8.99 a month, and we basically build and launch your website online and maintain it online. This includes everything for the domain, the setup fee, and making sure that you are happy with the website. The Plus plan is a little bit more comprehensive, where we include the Google Business Profile, and we verify it if you're eligible. We update it, and we make sure that it is always in sync with your business website. It also includes enhanced functionality, what we call the power-ups, to if you want to collect lead captures, if you want to have a chat widget for customers to reach you out on Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp Messenger, if you want to have more advanced elements, you can have all of these if you have a Plus plan. And as I don't know, someone asked a few minutes ago, we do have the SEO optimization here, and you can have regular calls to optimize your SEO, and you can ask us to change things, and we'll make sure that it works and to help you grow online and get your website ranking higher on Google. And more importantly, there's the concierge team, which is basically having someone that you can ask to make changes to your website, like, oh, add a new product for me, or make sure that this text is 500 words long, and we do this as many times as you want, as many times as you need. So you just need to ask. And at last, we have our growth plan, which is a great offering for customers that really want to grow online. And with this, you're going to get all the features in your Plus plan, plus a dedicated account manager. So we have marketing specialists that will work with you to understand how you can grow online and set you with real tasks for you to achieve that. So you will get homework, you will get things to do, things to change. So we will help you do them, but it's on you to get your business to succeed. But we'll be there, hand-holding you and make sure that it happens. And this includes, setting up an email campaign, launching ads on Facebook, launching ads on Google if we need, selling on Instagram, selling on Facebook, all this kind of stuff. So we will help you do it, and we will make sure that you succeed online. You're going to have monthly business calls with your account manager, and all the stuff that you need to grow and succeed online is in this plan. And that's about it. Maybe now we can answer a couple of questions about UENI if you guys have them ready.
Yep, we do. So let's see. Does UENI connect the website with Google Analytics?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do show our own analytics if you need, but if you want to connect with analytics, we also have the capacity to do so. You just need to get that tag, and we will connect it for you.
Okay. Do we pay before the website consult?
Yes. So before you build the website, you have to pay. So you have to pay the setup fee and at least the first item of whatever plan you pick. So today the setup fee is $189 for Alignable, and the launch plan is $899. So that's basically what you pay. And once you pay, you can submit your business information. You go through that onboarding questionnaire where we ask all of those very important questions about your business so that we can get our ends working.
You said the launch plan is how much?
$8.99 a month.
$8.99.
$8.99.
Let's clarify.
Yeah, sorry, $8.99 a month.
Okay.
And you get the offer for Alignable for the setup fee is $189, so $189, and that's a one-time thing.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of positive comments here. My UENI website is exceptional. It has made a huge difference in my e-commerce beauty business.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
great.
Love my UENI website. Okay, is there a minimum commitment plan?
No. It's a subscription, so it's a monthly fee, and you pay for it for as long as you want.
Okay, go to your other slide where people can scan to join your group for tomorrow. Repeat the cost of the Plus and growth plans. I'm getting a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, so Plus it's $59 a month, and growth is $99 a month. All these are dollars process.
So $59 a month.
Yeah.
And the other is
$99.
$19.99.
No, $99.
$99. Okay. So there's still actually a lot less than a lot of other sites that I've dealt with.
And for sure, if you want, you can get a good discount there.
Okay. And everybody, I put a link into the chat, and remember, I'm also getting a lot of questions. Will we get all these links? How do we get the links? I'm going to post them in the UENI community, as well as once I post them in the community, because you've all attended today, you're going to get an email. So you'll get all these links also. Make sure to register for Pedro's Q&A tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah.
So Robin's asking, are you saying 899 or is it $8.99? It is
$8.99, correct.
$8.99
Yeah, it's
per
$9
month.
per
Yeah,
month.
$9, right. I work for a not-for-profit organization. Can you and I help with their website? Can you do a website for a nonprofit?
Yeah, we do for all kinds of nonprofits. Yeah. We
How about
have
mortgage? I had that in the beginning, mortgage industry.
Yeah. All kinds of businesses, from
Okay.
professional contractors to mortgages, life coaches, real estate agents, beauty, e-commerce, as you just said. So it really doesn't matter. So we do it. We'll try to make a great job. Try to make it great site.
Okay.
You sign up. The better information you give us, the better your website will be.
Okay. And I'm getting a lot of questions also. If we start with the lower plan, can we upgrade at any time?
Yeah, you can upgrade at any time.
Okay. Can you go in and make edits after the site is built yourself?
Yes, you can edit whatever you want, whenever you want. And on the delivery and training call, we will explain you how to use the editor. You have access to our knowledge base or to our live support. When you have problems, you can just ask. But yeah, you can edit anything that you want. And everything that you see on the website is editable.
Okay. And these monthly plans, do they include maintenance and URL fees?
Yeah, so everything's included. All the plans include domain and at least one email inbox, and includes hosting, maintenance, SSL, as we're just asking. All that stuff is included on all the plans.
Okay. And yes, I'm getting also a lot of questions. Is that US dollars? That is US dollars.
Yes, US dollars. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, lots of questions on it. Here's what I really recommend. Go into the chat. You'll notice I've got in the chat a link, and also Pedro has it on the screen here. So you can scan this code, sign up and register for his event tomorrow, 12 noon, open Q&A, ask all these questions as well. I'm going to send an email either later today, tonight, or tomorrow morning with all the links that we talked about, as well as the link so that you can click and go to the UENI Alignable landing page and request a quote or to connect with somebody, and make sure you mention that it came from Alignable. Yeah, I mean, lots of great questions.
If you go to the community, you can post the questions there, and either me or Adam will answer. So we're active. So we have a lot of people also asking questions directly on the community. I think you can go there to our posts and just ask stuff, and we will answer. Okay.
One last thing. Joe's saying the UNI site shows different pricing when they click that link. How do I sign up for the price that you're referencing? So you got to use the link from Alignable.
From Alignable. Yeah, that will give you the that discount directly.
Which I've put into the chat, but I'm going to share it here. And anybody is always welcome to message me on Alignable as well, since I'm always on there. We are at 1 o'clock. So this was a great session, very interactive, engaging. I love it. Everybody, any parting words?
No, thank you. Thank you for the invite and for the opportunity to once again connect with the Alignable audience. I think these are great. So have a nice week.
Super. Yeah. Everybody sign up for his session tomorrow so you can continue to ask these questions. There are some questions I didn't get to, and look for the links.
Cool.
Thanks, Pedro.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.